Welcome back to BRTV, everybody. It's going to be a quick little tutorial on how to tap a thread in the case of your motorized bike and or pretty much anything having to do with strip threads. When I went to put this case back together, this one was nice and snug. You can get it nice and snug. This one, before you can even get snug, it was just loose. So it's a 6mm bolt that is originally in there. I wanted to go to a 7 size tab, 7mm, and they had them, but they didn't have the 7mm threaded bolt. So I had to go up to an 8 by 1 1/4. There's my 8 by 1 1/4 stainless steel. The head is a little bit thicker than the head they got here, so I'm going to have to take a drill bit that size and just go that deep. Because really the threads, they're on the other side. So I can drill into this and not even worry about it, because this is the side you're catching anyways, right? So I got it worked in there a little ways. And basically, as long as you're not trying to tap steel, you don't need lubricant. So you're going to feel it as you give it one turn. Or you're going to feel it after you give it that one turn, yeah. A full turn, and you want to back off a little bit and loosen those shavings. Kind of knock them off in there. You don't want to just keep going clockwise until you're done. So let's do another half turn. Let's get a little tighter, make a full turn, and then go back a half turn. And if there's any little Tarzans or little danglies over there in the inside hanging down, doing this will knock them free into this little groove right in there. So they stay in there, and they don't get caught up in between this and the thread you're making. Now, we didn't have to drill this out, obviously. This hole was already here. All we're doing is just making it 2mm bigger. That's it. And I'm holding the camera and doing this with one hand, so it's not that hard. We're going to get it. We are going to get it, my friend. So the next step that I did was, since I went about that far, you're going to be making threads in this whether you want it or not, unless you drill it out, and I don't want to do that. I want to take off as little metal on the inside as I can, because if you notice, it's not super thick, okay? So I pulled, unthreaded it, and knocked out all the shavings I could. If you got an air gun, even better. Toothpick, put it on the side, tap on it. I'm going to get as far this way as I can. So now that I've tapped it a good ways and cleaned it out, I'll take a toothpick and find the center of the hole and make it go deep. Pinch it, come out, and you know that's how deep you are. That's the old bolt. It goes longer than that. That's the new bolt. So it's not going to bottom out. And that shows that we are damn near all the way in there. It's probably about 3mm left. So we're as far as we need to go. We don't need to go any further. So now what I'm going to do is really clean that sucker out really good. Okay? All the shavings out. I'm going to get a drill bit that fits this. It looks like I'm going to go in about 1/4 of an inch. So it'll sit flush like this other one. And go from there. Well, the benefit of it being threaded right at the beginning is that you can put more Loctite. More Loctite means more hold. I touched up a little bit of black paint. Took a 1/2 inch drill bit, because that is the size of the head on this Allen bolt. So it will sit semi-flush. I didn't want to go too deep. It was starting to scare me as I'm digging chunks out of there. don't want to go too dramatic with it. I got my bolt. The Allen key size for this one is a 6mm. I'm going to start threading it in now. Alright, well, I gotta tell you guys, it did work out really good. One thing I take back is that I said I had to put this semi-flush. I'm taking that back simply because my bolt wasn't long enough. Now, you could get one that's a little bit longer. But mine, I got a second one here. Semi-flush like that would mean it's only like that much in, right? So I drilled with the half inch again and put it just a little bit deeper. And it worked out really damn good. That's the first time I ever tapped a hole. Not the first time I ever stripped a thread. Well, to be honest with you, that thread was already stripped when I got it. Because like I said before I can even get it snug, it was just turning and turning like, what the hell? So, maybe they stripped it at the factory in China. And they got smart and put a little bit of glue on the screw. I didn't see it. Anyways, I did touch it up with black spray paint to match. Before I put the screw in there. And I'm not going to paint the screw. Looks fine. It's stainless anyways. And there you go. You strip out a case bolt. And if you got the room to expand. You can see the size difference. Make it bigger. Do it the right way. Do some research. I used the tap. There's like $6 in the T-handle. Just this thing here. It's about $15. Obviously the tap can come out. All you gotta do is unthread it. This is like I said before, it's an 8mm thread, or 8mm tap. And the numbers on this, see if you can see it here. 12 by 5/16. That holds 8mm. It might even hold a larger 9mm. Because they do have one where the hole on the inside gets bigger and bigger. So I imagine, you can't hold a teeny weeny one with the big one. And also be careful with these. Don't put too much bending force on there when you're really digging those threads and you're going deep. These are brittle, from what I heard. Like I said, I did my research, just trying to share it with y'all. These are brittle. They can't snap off in the hole, and that'd be a real bitch. So, the only other way to go, other than tapping it, is a helicoil. Look it up if you don't know. It's called a helicoil. You can get them in the automotive department. The only reason why I didn't use a helicoil is because the guy was trying to sell me a helicoil. And I was like, well, I first have to go through this and then set the helicoil on the inside and do it from the hole. I told him that may be kind of hard for me to do. Think about it. The helicoil is like, it's round. It's got teeth on the outside that bite into the metal, and it's got the perfect thread for your bolt on the inside. So teeth on the outside to grip to this. You screw it into this, and once it's set in, it's open on the inside. Put your bolt in there, and it threads into it. Now, if this case was already split, I would have went with a helicoil. Why? Because they're made of harder metal. So you can put you an insert, like a steel insert, or a stainless steel, whatever you want, brass, whatever they make. The same could be done with the bottom end if you strip it out. Easy to get to, drop a helicoil on there. Matter of fact, when I rebuild this in a month, this is the Phantom 85 version 3 with the bigger crank arm. I'm going to fill these with aluminum rod and then drill out the holes that I need that will fit the MS660. What's that, like a 98.5 cc motor? It's not crazy powerful. I think it's going to be somewhere along the lines of about 2 or 3 more horsepower than this, but when I make the new holes, I'm going to put helicoils in there. Not that it needs it, but I think it'd be cool. Long lasting. Because when you unthread, thread, unthread, thread, over and over and over again in aluminum, it's the threads, they start to wear out. So, there you go. Quick fix. I went with the Allen key This is number 6 Allen key, and gave it some decent pressure. I didn't freaking go crazy on it, but decent pressure with a strong bead of red Loctite. I don't ever want that coming loose again. And that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching the videos. I try to get to the point. I know I blabber here and there a little bit, but hey, I'm sorry about that. But hey, if y'all like the videos, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe. I'm trying my hardest to be part of the community. You know, man, I watch a lot of y'all's videos, a lot. So, y'all have a good one. God bless. Have a great weekend.